You ever catch yourself saying things like, "I'm such an idiot. Why can't I get anything right? Ugh, typical me." Or, "I'm so stupid. I shouldn't have made that mistake. They're doing better than me. I'm such a failure." Yeah, that's negative self-talk. And if you've been there, trust me, you're not the only one. But here's the thing, the way we talk to ourselves, it shapes everything. Our confidence, our relationships, even our faith. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So what is negative self-talk really? Some call it irrational thinking, automatic thoughts, or just that inner critic that never shuts up. Negative self-talk originates from a combination of past experiences, societal influences, and psychological factors. It sounds like your voice, but it's not your truth. Let's name the 7 sneaky thinking patterns and see if any sound familiar. 1. All or nothing thinking. Here, everything's either perfect or a disaster. All or nothing thinkers see the world in extreme terms. I never get anything right. If I fail once, I'm a failure. If it's not perfect, what's the point? Sounds harsh? It is. And would you be this harsh to someone else? Most probably no. So, be a little kind to yourself. 2. Overgeneralization. Here, you find yourself drawing broad conclusions based on limited evidence. You mostly use words such as always, never, or every. You mess up once, and suddenly it's, I always mess up. Nothing ever goes my way. I never get anything right. It's like your brain hits repeat on the worst parts. 3. Mental filtering. Ever have a great day, but one tiny thing goes wrong, and that's all you remember? Yeah, that's this one, where you ignore the positive and dwell on the negative. Even if the situation is mostly positive, you tend to focus on the negative aspects. Mental filtering is indeed a negative thinking pattern. 4. Disqualifying the positive. Here, you find yourself ignoring or downplaying your accomplishments. So, someone says you did great, but your brain goes, they're just being nice. You believe they are insincere, so you block out the good, like it doesn't count, yet it actually counts. 5. Jumping to conclusions. No sufficient evidence, just feelings. You make assumptions even though they're not supported by facts. They didn't reply. They must hate me. I know it's gonna flop. She's not smiling back. She must be angry with me. Truth is you don't know, but it feels true. Jumping to conclusion is negative self-talk. 6. Catastrophizing. Here, everything is a potential disaster. You expect the worst-case scenario in everything. You magnify things way out of proportion. What if this ruins everything? If I mess up, it's over. The sky's not falling, but your mind is convinced it is. You feel helpless about it, leading to increased anxiety, fear, and even depression. 7. Should statements. Do you put a should, must, or ought to before your statements? I should be better by now. They shouldn't have done that. I ought to have gotten all those sums right. I must be up by 2 a.m. if I'm to pass this test. More often than not, these statements impose unrealistic expectations on you, leaving you feeling guilty and frustrated. So, why does this matter? Because if you're constantly feeding yourself negativity, don't be surprised when you feel drained, defeated, and stuck. Our minds are powerful. They have momentum. And what we focus on, it grows. Here's some great advice from Apostle Paul. Whatever is true, noble, pure, think on these things. King David reminds us too that the tongue has the power to give life and death. That includes the tongue inside your soul. Therefore, be kind to yourself. So, how do we actually begin to change these negative thinking patterns? It starts with awareness, learning to spot the thought as it happens. Sometimes, they slip in so quietly that we don't even notice. But the moment you start to catch it, you're interrupting the cycle. Don't be afraid to pause and say, wait, what did I just tell myself? Writing it down helps bring it into the light. Then, check it. Ask yourself honestly, Is this kind? Is this even true? So many of our thoughts are assumptions or judgments we've picked up along the way. Don't let them spiral unchecked. Next, challenge it. Look that thought in the eye and ask, would I say this to someone I care about? If the answer is no, then why say it to yourself? And finally, change it. Replace that harsh inner voice with truth and grace. You could say, I made a mistake, but I'm learning. Or, this feels hard, but I can do hard things. And if it's too big, I can break it down into smaller steps. In short, catch it, challenge it, and change it. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12 verse 2. Remember, gracious words are like honey, sweet and healing, and life and death are in the power of your tongue. So, speak life not only to others, but to yourself too. Hey, if this spoke to you, share it with someone else who needs it. Grab a free I Am Bible Affirmations poster linked below, and let's start speaking life. If you enjoy mental health topics that are grounded in scriptures, give this video a like and hit the subscribe button down below. Thank you, and see you in the next video.